Something big, bad, scary? Well, you're almost there, but I do have some possibly surprising news for you. Triggers can be good too. Remember the smell of cookies baking which reminded you of your grandma's house? That's a sensory trigger. There are many more different types of triggers. It's a huge variety. A trigger is something which causes an emotional or psychological reaction in an individual, and a trigger warning refers to a statement at the start of a paper or at the beginning of a film which basically states that the viewers may find the content upsetting, especially if they have experienced something similar. Is it possible to not experience any triggers at all? Am I a bad individual if I experience them? Well, it is highly unlikely for anyone to go through life without experiencing these triggers. Remember, everyone faces challenges and struggles in their life, and experiencing these triggers is a part of that journey. Let me give you a quick example. Have you ever seen a cigarette packet in real life or in movies around you? Those contain a warning label. A warning label which basically states the health risks associated with smoking, like cancer, heart disease, respiratory illness. That's a pretty serious warning. So I'm sure that the smoking industry wouldn't be thriving. Well, accordingly, in 2023, the global tobacco industry is estimated at $886.09 billion and is expected to reach $905.57 billion in 2024. A warning was given, a pretty serious one. Then we still went ahead with it even though this could have serious consequences for our health. Why? Why do we take such risk? Well, it's a huge umbrella, but I'll try covering most of it. I do have some possible explanations, and let me start with my first example. Let's say I have a fear for failure. It could be academic or anything else. The mention of that big exam might cause emotions like fear, anxiety, anger, sadness to rise in me. So I'll try running away. I'll try avoiding that. However, if the consequences of running away are not really that good, I will have to face it. I could start with small, achievable tasks and gradually increase its difficulty. In that way, I was exposed to that particular trigger numerous times. Example number 2. Peer pressure. You're probably wondering how peer pressure comes here. Well, it comes in unwillingly indulging yourself in triggering stuff. Let's say a particular activity triggers me. However, because all of my friends indulge in it so much, just to spend time with them or just fit in, I too will indulge myself in that trigger. Example number 3. I read this somewhere online that a guy recently broke up from an abusive relationship. Months later, the girl reached out to him, wanting to speak over lunch. The mention of that lunch became so triggering for him, he did not wish to go. He did not wish to indulge. However, he knew going to that lunch was the only way he could get closure. He could get some sense of hope or move on from that. So, sometimes individuals may voluntarily expose themselves to triggering stuff as part of therapeutic process. Example number 4. Books. You might have probably seen that books contain a trigger warning by an author, or if it's an online novel, those contain tags. These tags basically state the genre or the topics that are going to be covered. If one of those tags is abuse, why would someone still willingly read it? There are a few explanations for it. First one could be for sensation. Let's say from childhood, if I had grown up in this environment, now I would want to experience that sensation again. Another possible explanation could be, let's say, knowing that there is someone out there who's in the same situation as in me, it will give me hope and comfort. This could be explained with the help of paintings. We have happy art, we have sad art. Some paintings are so beautifully destructive that they describe the raw emotion that the author or the artist was trying to convey. So looking at that painting will give me hope and comfort that there is someone out there. And the last explanation could be, let's say I need an emotional release. I need to vent my emotions. Everything has been piling up for so long. It could be done by an individual consciously or unconsciously. This could be explained with music. Let's say I'm facing a bad day, or I am just things just don't feel right. I will put on the music and let out my emotions. I'll cry to that music. I would like to conclude my talk with a very simple thing. Your triggers do not define who you are, whether they are too simple for people to understand or just too different. Whether you engage in triggering stuff as hopes of comfort or closure. Remember, at the end of the day, you are only human. Thank you.